Force Basic Military Training conducts graduation events over the course of 2 days to celebrate the accomplishments of our newest airmen and guardians. These events recognize their transition into the profession of arms. We acknowledge the tradition of honor and legacy of valor provided by those who came before and inspire us still today. We would also like to thank the family and friends for their continued support that these graduates will be counting on as they serve our great nation in the years to come. This week, we have a special opportunity to recognize one additional and significant achievement demonstrating the dedication of 21 of our graduates who have completed the process to become citizens of the United States of America. Today's recognition is made possible by a partnership between the Department of Defense and Department of Homeland Security to allow active duty service members to become citizens under the Naturalization at Basic Training Initiative. To be eligible, a member of the Armed Forces must pass a comprehensive application process administered by the Department of Homeland Security, including a background check and personal interview to demonstrate high moral character and their knowledge of the English language. Applicants are also tested on U.S. history and government. When applicants take the oath of allegiance to the United States Constitution, they become American citizens. Please hold your applause until all names have been announced. The Air Force is proud to recognize Airman Lucas Pedroso, country of origin, Brazil. Airman Nicholas Von Zwiel, country of origin, South Africa. Airman Kevin James, country of origin, Guyana. Airman Joseph Blackie, country of origin, Sierra Leone. Airman Jerome Lindo, country of origin, Jamaica. Airman Joanne Capseda, country of origin, Kenya. Airman Kwadwo Darko, country of origin, Ghana. Airman Kweku Owusu, country of origin, Ghana. Airman Martin Luswata, country of origin, Uganda. Airman Dana Shin, country of origin, Australia. Airman Atiobi Klejo, country of origin, Togo. Airman Renz John Putante Diocampo, country of origin, Philippines. Airman Jung Woo Kim, country of origin, South Korea. Airman Sang Woo Lee, country of origin, South Korea. Airman Shamatusin Ajanomisaga, country of origin, Nigeria. Airman Pablo Ogado, country of origin, Japan. Airman Sofia Ruiz Martinez, country of origin, Mexico. Airman Raekwon Antonia, country of origin, Aruba. Airman Dorcas Ayalandun, country of origin, Nigeria. Airman Pomotium Amuso, country of origin, Nigeria. Airman Katiri Casaneda Olortegi, country of origin, Peru. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us congratulate the newest citizens of the United States of America. Our newest citizens were led by their military drill and ceremonies non-commissioned officer, Technical Sergeant Emma Hoffman. And a friendly greeting to a comrade in the honorable profession of arms. To maintain the proper decorum and respect for events such as this, we ask that you abide by the following standards while you are here. First, there will be times that you will be asked to stand for the invocation, the playing of the national anthem, the Air Force song, and the reciting of the Airmen's Creed. Thank you, and to enjoy today's ceremony. Now marching into position, Flight 424, led by Technical Sergeant Louis Cruz. Flight 425, led by Technical Sergeant Roxana Hinestroza. Flight 426, led by Technical Sergeant Marissa Grantham. Flight 427, led by Staff Sergeant Dalton Berry. Flight 428, led by Staff Sergeant Ariana Miller. Flight 429, led by Technical Sergeant Andrew Stein. Flight 430, led by Staff Sergeant Manuel Yunez. Flight 431, led by Staff Sergeant Jordan Spann. Flight 432, led by Technical Sergeant Hillary Dager. Flight 433, led by Technical Sergeant Chase Kendrick. Flight 434, led by Technical Sergeant Joseph Pullins. Flight 435, led by Technical Sergeant Jessica Gearhart. Flight 436, led by Technical Sergeant Jeffrey Nelligan. Musical support for this morning's ceremony is provided by Flight 437, led by Technical Sergeant Haley Maskule, performing under the direction of retired Master Sergeant Samuel Johnson, Master Military Training Instructor, hometown Stratford, Connecticut. These individuals have been hand-selected to perform for today's ceremony. In addition to completing all basic training syllabus and training requirements, Drum and Bugle Corps members commit additional training hours for practice throughout their weeks of training. Their extra effort and commitment demonstrate teamwork and the Air Force's core value, service before self. With each Drum and Bugle Corps performance, they honor the long-standing tradition of live music at formal military ceremonies. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the invocation given by Chaplain Evett.
Scripture says to give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you. Let us please join me in a prayer of thanksgiving. Lord God, we give you many thanks for all the blessings, especially for these airmen, for the life, liberty, and the pursuit that we have in this country that we live in, especially for those serving in our United States Air Force. We thank you for the families, for the leadership, for all of the trainees that have dedicated their time in the 321st Training Squadron. So grateful for each one of them and for this reality that they brought these airmen up to the point where they have not only graduated basic military training, but honored their families and their country. We celebrate and honor them not only for today, but for their future. May you bless them and keep them, be gracious to them, guide them through difficult circumstances, give them the guidance and endurance to lead, give them courage to speak up when it is right, and to do what is right when they're asked to do. Guide them in integrity, character, and may they lead with honor. We ask for your blessing over all these things. In your most holy name, amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Please be seated. Good morning and welcome to today's Basic Military Training Graduation Ceremony. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony. The Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training and 1989 graduate of Basic Military Training, Colonel Billy Wilson, Jr. The Senior Enlisted Leader, Air Force Basic Military Training and 2003 graduate of Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Dan Anderson. From the graduating squadron, the commander, 321st Training Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Jason Crosby. The acting senior enlisted leader, 321st Training Squadron, and 2009 graduate of basic military training, Master Sergeant Kyle Case, accompanied by his wife, Jessie. Also in attendance with us today, the Vice Commander, 37th Training Wing, Colonel John Odell III. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 737th Training Group is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, Master Sergeant Case will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the home of basic military training. I want to take a moment and say thank you to the family members that have loved and supported these men and women and helped them get here today. Your support is essential to your airmen's success and will continue to be in their future. Ask any service member, and they will attest to the importance of their family, friends, and their success. Thank you. To our veterans in the crowd, if able, please stand to be recognized. Thank you for your service to the defense of our country and to devoting your life to a purpose greater than yourself. These airmen we celebrate today and airmen all around the world are supporting our freedoms, are standing on your shoulders. It is because of your love for our country that many of these airmen are carrying on your legacy and serving today. Thank you. I would like to recognize my military training instructors. These outstanding professionals poured their hearts and souls into the discipline and training of our nation's warriors. In just 7.5 weeks, they have transformed these airmen into the impressive men and women you see before us today. Our airmen are better trained than ever before to deal with the ever-changing challenges at home and abroad. You have played a critical role in mentoring, developing, and shaping our newest graduates to meet the future needs of the world's greatest Air Force. It's a difficult job and one that you have done exceptionally well. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to give a round of applause to this dedicated team of professionals. To our graduates, congratulations. And I want them to be recognized right now. So if you are able in the crowd right now, I want you to stand and join me in giving our newest nation's heroes a much deserved round of applause. Seven and a half weeks ago, I gave you a quote to think about every day. The famous wide receiver Jerry Rice said, "Do today what others won't, so tomorrow you can do what others can't." And you did it. You made it through 7.5 weeks of rigorous training, overcome many challenges, and made the transition from citizens to airmen. Congratulations. You are now a part of less than 1% who have raised their right hand in defense of our country and the guiding principles we as Americans and members of the profession of arms hold so dear. As you begin your Air Force journey as newly minted airmen, I want to impart on you 3 principles that have helped me become successful over the last 14 years of serving this great nation. First, treat everybody with dignity and respect and foster an environment of diversity and inclusion. Members of the Air Force come from all walks of life, races, genders, and backgrounds. Welcome this in your fellow airmen. Principle 2, grow where you are planted. This means whatever the Air Force asks you to do it to the best of your abilities. Some of the best things that have happened to me in my career were things I didn't choose to ask to do. It is because of these opportunities that I was able to grow and stretch in ways that I had never felt possible. And lastly, be coachable. Be willing to take tough feedback and learn from those experiences. Understand that people care about you and development and want to see you succeed. Airmen, I leave you with this. You are joining a team of professionals dedicated to integrity, service, and excellence. We are in unprecedented times with unprecedented challenges, and we continue to overcome, adapt, and thrive in an unpredictable world with unpredictable circumstances. During these uncertain times, the American public looks to you as a beacon of hope to calm the waters of uncertainty, and I hope that you have no doubt that you are up for the challenge. Your will, desire, and dedication to your country and a purpose greater than yourself has brought you here and will continue to be what drives and motivates you moving forward. Today, you will begin to write the next chapter of your Air Force story. Whatever your path, I encourage you to make the most of it, and thank you committing yourself for serving our country. As your senior enlisted leader, I hereby acknowledge your completion of all graduation requirements and have recommended to Colonel Wilson and Chief Master Sergeant Anderson that you receive your coveted Airman's coin, which signifies your transition today from trainees to airmen. Congratulations. Military training instructors, you may proceed.
At this part of the ceremony, the military training instructors will distribute the Venerable Airman's coin, and for the first time, distinct Space Force coins to our Space Force graduates. The lore of military coins has many colorful suspected origins. However, a popular story stems from World War I, where American volunteers formed flying squadrons in France during the Great War. One of the volunteers was a wealthy lieutenant who took great pride in his service and had medallions cast in bronze, with his squadron's emblem on them. He gave those medallions to every member of his unit. Not long after, one of the pilots was shot down behind enemy lines and was captured by a German patrol. The German forces confiscated the pilot's possessions except for the pilot's medallion that he wore around his neck. While in confinement in a small French village, the captured pilot took advantage of a nighttime bombardment by the Allies. He donned civilian clothes and escaped after crossing the front lines to safety. He came across a French outpost where he was initially thought to be a saboteur, until he showed them his unit coin. The French forces recognized the unit emblem, and instead of any harsher treatment, he received a bottle of wine. Today, several military units have developed their own coins and specific rules for them. Many organizations give out their unit coins to recognize outstanding performances and achievements. The coins the airmen and space professionals receive today are unique in that they originate here at the gateway to the Air Force and are only given to those who complete this rigorous course of instruction. On one side of the airman's coin, the original emblem of the Air Force resides as envisioned by General Henry Hap Arnold, one of the first military aviators and later commander of the Army Air Forces in World War II. Beneath the emblem, the year 1947, the birth date of the United States Air Force, and around the rim of the coin, the core values of the Air Force: integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. Inscribed on the other side of the coin is the newly recognized emblem of the Air Force, a symbol that honors the heritage of our past and represents the promise of our future. The emblem retains the core elements of the Henry Hap Arnold emblem, the Arnold wings, and the star within a circle. The modern effect of the emblem reflects our Air and Space Force today and into the future. Inscribed in a half circle above the contemporary Air Force emblem is the Air Force motto, "Aim high, fly, fight, win." And on the border of the coin, a reminder to all who see this is inscribed, awarded on the occasion of becoming an airman in the world's greatest Air Force.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Colonel Crosby will now come forward and address our graduating class.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 37th Training Wing, home of Air Force Basic Military Training. Thank you to all the loved ones, the families, the friends, the guests in attendance here today. Our families are the bedrock of this nation, our Air Force, and you provide us the strength we need to accomplish the mission. And our mission here is to motivate, train, inspire the next generation of airmen with the foundation to deliver 21st century air power. And in executing our mission, you trusted us to turn your sons and daughters into airmen, to care more about their country, to care more about serving others than they do themselves. And with your love and support, they made it. And not only did they make it, they have changed. And you will notice those changes when you see them later today. They are more confident, they are more disciplined, and they are more mentally tough. Much of this was through your support over the past 2 months, and we thank you for the love you provided them. Now, throughout their journey at basic military training, your sons and daughters were under the care of our military training instructors. To my MTIs, through your leadership and example, you have inspired each airman in your flight. You have made our Air Force better with every airman you have trained. You took 612 individuals and transformed them into this amazing team of professional, multi-capable airmen standing in front of you today. Please join me in thanking them for their dedication, their commitment, and incredible work. Now, Warthogs of the 321st, as you prepare to graduate tomorrow and march down the bomb run, I remind you that completing basic military training is but the beginning of your Air Force journey, as you will take the lessons and the foundations and skills you learned here and apply them as you go on to tech training and learn your craft. And then shortly after, when you arrive to your first duty assignment, well, you will operate as part of ready forces executing assigned missions. Now, these assigned missions are more complicated as today's security environment is as complex as ever, with competition among nations as our adversaries grow their capabilities to challenge America. But just like airmen that have come before you, like Chief Master Sergeant Hackney, the namesake of our training complex, and just like the veterans and the airmen in the stands here today, you will not falter and you will not fail. You are part of a team of 330,000 airmen as we defend the Constitution, our freedom, and our way of life. The Air Force will provide you opportunity, adventure, and responsibility, and it's responsibility that you are now ready for. So take care of yourself and your wingmen. It has been an honor to be your commander. And in the years to come, I look forward to seeing your contributions to our great nation, our Air Force, and to serve alongside of you. Airmen, always remember, one team! One fight!
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Crosby. At this time, we'd like to take this opportunity to recognize basic military training's most outstanding performer, someone who demonstrated their ability to successfully navigate all assessments, testing their physical abilities, academic aptitude, and adaptability to the military environment through multiple progress checks. This airman has surpassed all others in the challenges of training and has earned the distinction of being the top graduate of this class. The top graduate is from Flight 427, Airman Lucas Pedroso. He is from Uneo da Vitória, Paraná, Brazil, and joined the Air Force to become an electrical power production technician. In the stands cheering is his wife, Jessica. His recruiter is Technical Sergeant Jorda Hobson from the 121st Air Refueling Squadron, Columbus, Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as a sign of unity as our top graduate leads us through the Airman's Creed. Instructors, place your flights at attention.
I am American Airman! I am a warrior! I advance in my nation's law! I am an American Airman! My mission is to fly, fight, and break! I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor! I am an American Airman, guardian of freedom and justice! My nation's sword and shield, its century and avenger! I will defend my country with my life. I am an American Airman, man, leader, warrior. I will never leave an airman behind. I will never falter, and I will not fail.
Please remain standing for the playing and singing of the United States Air Force song. Congratulations on achieving this historic milestone that marks the beginning of your career. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in your seating area. The graduates will be dismissed momentarily. Families with graduates in the Drum and Bugle Corps are asked to wait for their graduates on the north side of the west bleachers while they secure their equipment. We ask that you refrain from running onto the retreat pad and please use caution when descending the bleachers. Town Pass ends at 2000 hours. When dropping off graduates, please stay in your vehicle. Family members are not authorized to enter any training area. Thank you, and please enjoy your stay at the 37th Training Wing, Joint Base, San Antonio-Lackland, Texas. Flight commanders, dismiss your flights.